Hey friends, Tux here. A question I get a lot, especially around the holidays, is I'm thinking about getting a DAP for myself or for a loved one, and I'm wondering, is it really worth it in 2024 to have another device? Do you really want to carry a whole separate device in your pocket from your phone, okay? And I know that can be a tricky subject matter because quite honestly, Samsung phones, Apple phones, they will do the job. They will play music okay, but there is a difference between the quality of playback in a regular Samsung or Apple phone and the quality of playback and features in a real DAP, okay? So, and there's all sorts of price ranges we're talking about here. I could go ahead and say, a phone is about $1,000 or more. So we should only talk about $1,000 DAPs. But no, it doesn't have to be like that. Like this is a great $350 DAP from Sony, the NW-A306, but if you do have to have just one, device, if you're just like, there's no way I'm carrying two devices. I love music, but that's where I draw the line. You may consider this, which is the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V phone, okay? And this doesn't have every sound feature of the NW-A306, but it sounds great, and it does have some of the features, and it's really custom made for people who love, photography and music and things like that. The higher Sony Alpha camera line, this works right along with it, So it's the type of thing where this is something which might just work as a good substitution, if you will, but not really a replacement to buying a true DAP, So that would be my recommendation. And some people have also said, hey, Tux, how about this? How about instead of buying, instead of spending $350 on a DAP, why don't I just buy like some nice headphones, And that's a situation which, that's a good point. You want to have, a good quality device, good music files, and a good means to listen to them, the headphones, okay? So, or, earbuds or in-ear monitors or whatever you want to use or call them. So it's the type of thing where you do want good quality ones, but there is a line where you can kind of like bottleneck it. So if you have, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to save all the money, I'm not going to buy a DAP. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we're just going to use a phone, iPhone, a Samsung, or in this case, a Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, and headphones, okay? You want headphones which are not of super high resistance, okay? And most great headphones, like these noise-canceling flagship headphones from Sony, these do a great job. They're custom made to be paired with a Sony, phone, or, any number of different DAPs, including Sony or maybe Surfans or any, Aster and Kern or any other DAPs you want to use it on, which is really good. But, like if someone's like, oh, well, I'm going to skip buying this. So I'm going to use my phone, which I got free from T-Mobile, and I'm going to buy these headphones, these are like $350 or $300 on sale right now. But there's headphones that are $1,000, $1,300, if they're like, I'm going to save money on a DAP. So I'm going to buy like $1,000 headphones, and that's a good call. I mean, I'm sure they're great quality headphones, but the trap you run into is the resistance, okay? Oftentimes, the higher cost audiophile headphones have a much higher resistance, okay? So they might be perfect for listening to on, actual like home theater setup, actual home stereo setup and audiophile setup, for music, that is. And that's great. But when you're actually listening to, $1,300 headphones on something like a phone, and that could, again, be Apple, Samsung, Sony, whatever, Google Chrome, whatever you want to call it, Pixel, whatever. Oftentimes the amount of resistance in the actual headphones is more than what the phone is spec'd to, okay? And so what that means is that your audio is going to be lower in volume, okay? And while that can be okay, that can detract from listening enjoyment if all of a sudden your max volume, you have it maxed out all the time and it still feels like a whisper quiet, that's not cool. You want to be able to listen to your music at a volume that's appropriate for the music you're listening to, and not be like having it at max volume all the time and still be like scratching your head thinking, I wish it was a little louder, And there is headphone amps, obviously, you can use, but that isn't a solution for portability most of the time, all right? All right, so I hope that helps you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you have to buy a phone, I recommend the Sony, all right? We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.